I feel as though this video will. Well, I wanted to, Kendra.
Hey everyone. So recently, Kendra G had this lady here at the bottom of the screen by the name of Miracle on her dating show. So she was supposed to be looking for a date, but the questions, if you have watched Kendra G's show, she has these questions she asks, particularly, if you have any kids and how many kids you have. And then she asked her about that, and she explained that she had twins, but one of the twins were stolen, right? Were allegedly stolen. So that perked up Kendra G's ears, and then she asked her to elaborate. And then she went into telling the story of how her one of her twins got stolen.
Sandra Bullock, the celebrity son, is your biological son. It's my biological son, and he has an identical twin brother, and they look just alike. You could look on my page.
So Miracle is claiming that Sandra Bullock, right here, the actress, took one of her sons. I believe it's a son. Yeah, her son, because it's two boys. Took one of the twins because she was in the hospital at the time. So if you don't know, this happens. It's not something that happens often. It's like a rare occasion where somebody may be pregnant for 9 months and they never know. It's when it's time for them to give birth and then they find out that they were pregnant. They don't show, they don't have any symptoms. They don't, it's nothing. There are different theories why, you know, this could happen. Sometimes I've heard that people say that is because that the mother didn't want the child, so the child hides someplace. So the fact that the child is hiding, that's why there's no symptoms, they're not showing. But we don't know why this happens, but this does happen. So it happened to her, and she gave, a very elaborate story that may seem crazy, but we do know this happens particularly when black women go into hospitals to give birth. Sometimes, you are not treated as well as your other races of women, and that's why it's very important not to go to the hospital by yourself, because it seems like she was there by herself. And then people will say that's why you're not supposed to give birth. But even if you were to get sick and you need to go to the hospital, there is a potential that you may be mistreated. You could lose your life also. It's just certain hospitals, I don't know why this happened. Certain staff, we don't know why this happened, but that's why it's best to be in when you're in the hospital, to have somebody with you that could advocate for you, that believes you, that's there for you, and that cannot be swayed by any other person that listens to you. That's the most important thing. So she gave this story, how I believe Sandra Bullock's son, she adopted him. Now, for me, something happened to this lady. Something happened, something traumatic happened, and she has had several different traumas because first of all, she was in foster care. She was in foster care. She got pregnant at a very young age. She went to jail or prison. Let's say she went to prison for taking out somebody, but she ended up being released because they found out it was actually self-defense, even though she was telling them that it was self-defense. So this lady has went through a whole lot of things, and then she found out that she was pregnant and that her baby got stolen, and it could be possible that her child was stolen. Now, is it Sandra Bullock? We don't know. We don't know. But this Trump, whatever, with all the traumas that she had experienced in her life, and then for her to, didn't know that she was pregnant, and then she found out that she it was pregnant, and then I'm not sure if they saw on ultrasound that it was two babies, or when she pushed out the babies, she saw that it was two babies, and then they took them away from her. That's something traumatic. And sometimes when you have gone through something traumatic, and some people may be unable to defend themselves, unable to do things, and then people come there, sometimes people develop different personalities. Maybe the miracle that was pregnant and found out that she was pregnant when she was giving birth was unable to defend herself, was unable to fight, was unable to speak up because she was like she was talking to somebody and the doctor took the phone away from her. And then after this traumatic event happened, now this personality comes. I call it something else, but let's say personality comes and is now speaking up, raising awareness, say, hey, um, this is what happened to me. My baby was stolen. And what better way to get traction is to name a celebrity. Because with all the things that happened that day when she was giving birth, she met somebody famous. The Pope was there and stuff like that. She could have, put those thing together. Maybe somebody in there looked like Sandra Bullock, or the fact that one day she was just in the hospital or someplace, and then she saw Sandra Bullock with the little boy, and then saw that the little boy looked like her son, and that may have been a trigger. And then at the end of the day, whoever agency that Sandra Bullock works with, who knows, they may or may have not taken the child. We don't know, but something happened to this lady. Something happened to this lady, and the fact that Kendra G. This was not something that should have been a highlight. This was not something. Even when the lady Miracle was saying that, yeah, she went to jail for murder, and she's like, okay, I'm done, I'm done. She should have been done. She should have been done. Um, it was too much because obviously this lady, yeah, she says she's been to therapy. Therapy has not done anything for her because I don't know what the people doing therapy, but obviously this lady needs some type of deliverance because this is no, this is not good at all. This is not good at all. And now, of course, it's going viral. I don't know how viral it has went, but of course, a lot of people bought her book because she wrote a book. She raised awareness because she said she was trying to be, oh, she's trying to raise money so she get a lawyer because nobody want to take a case. Of course, because it sounds outrageous. This because me even trying to explain the story sounds outrageous. It just sounds outrageous. It doesn't sound believable. But we know these things happen. But how it is, being formulated together, it just sounds outrageous. And then she said that, if Sandra Bullock, I've been calling her name, why she has never, come for me or whatever. Because maybe she sees that you're unstable, you need help, there's some mental health issues going on, and then she might not even know about it. Who knows? But to me, this was exploitation. This should have stopped. She should have just taken, just because there are times she does that. There are times there are certain women that come on and certain things that they say, then she cuts it off. Kendra G cuts it off and say, I don't think you're ready for a relationship. I think we need to stop here. Call me, and I'm not gonna. She didn't do that here. It wasn't done because it wasn't done here where it should have been done there. It doesn't make any sense because this lady has been through a whole lot of things. And maybe this personality is here to avenge her. But since Kendra G does a lot of things for clicks and views now, it's like she is not caring about the person in front of her, the person that's flying, that is talking to on this screen. That some people, you don't even need to go any further because this lady don't need to be in no relationship, man. She gave out of her social media handles and whatever so people could reach out to her. Come on. Yes, to raise awareness. I think this should have been on the back end. Get all of the story, get all the help if that she needed. But to how this went, this was not good. This was not good at all. Yes, Miracle needed to be heard. Yes, she needed to hear her story, but it should have been done with certain professionals to assess, what is going on, what is there any mental health issues, how can we help. It shouldn't have been done on such a public platform as this with a woman that have gone through so much in her life, from obviously from a very young age. Probably she says, goes into more detail in her book and different things like that, but not on this level. Yes, is she sold books. She's probably gonna get some money. Maybe somebody gonna do GoFundMe. Maybe some people gonna scam too on her name. Who knows? But this shouldn't have been done. It shouldn't have been handled in the way that it was handled, with such with a person in such a fragile state. And she may not even know she's in a fragile state, because she's out to she's fighting because she want to get her story out, but not in this way. And that's unfortunate. A lot of people just do stuff for clicks and views. We don't see people anymore. We see dollar signs. We see, like I said, clicks, likes, and views, and all those clicks, likes, and views turn into dollar signs. So we don't see people, just like Jesus asked the man, he say, do you see? And then he's like, yeah, I see people as trees. And Jesus was like, nope. You can't see people as trees, because if you see people as trees, you're gonna, start chopping people up. You gotta see people as people. So that's why he gave him a second touch. But some people, now we're living in days, people see people as dollar signs, and this was not a good thing. Hopefully, this lady gets. Obviously, maybe the therapist that she was going to probably, wasn't helping. But this lady she needs deliverance. She needs deliverance from all the traumas and the pain and everything that she went through. Because for her to be in foster care, where was her parents? That means her parents was not in her life. So she didn't have the protection that a child was supposed to have, because she ended up getting pregnant. So she's been, used and abused, always been in a vulnerable state where people have taken advantage of her. And now it's over and done with. I want my revenge. And now she's prone to being exploited. So I don't know. I just don't know. So all her life this has been happening to her, but it's continuing to happen anyway, because it's still gonna happen. Because now people, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. I believe that's all I had to say about this situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.